His childhood habit of mimicking others actually saved his life. He spotted a hidden path tucked away in the bushes and dove into the cave without a second thought. Once inside, he knocked down the wooden support to block the entrance and keep the hunter out. Luckily, the way was sealed, but the rising dust gave away his position. The hunter realized what happened and waited outside with his rifle. Little did he know, there was another path beneath the cave. The man crawled through a tunnel and reached a safe spot where he quenched his thirst and searched for supplies. All he found were some old, undersized boots, which he forced on despite the pain. On the wall, he found a map showing supply depots. But just then, he heard a sound outside. He hid the map and retreated into a dark corner. But the hunter still caught a faint noise. Refusing to take any chances, the hunter pulled out a grenade. As the man scrambled through a secret exit, the bomb went off. He barely escaped with his life. Seeing that he was still alive, the hunter kept the game going, forcing him to run barefoot across the terrain. Following the map, he reached the first supply station, but found nothing useful. He wanted to stop, but the hunter fired a shot, forcing him to keep moving. After a long trek under the scorching sun, he reached the second station, where he only found an old slingshot. He had no idea that this very tool would later save his life. At the final station, he found water, the one thing he needed most. He tried to hide and drink, but a bullet shattered the container. The hunter laughed, crushing his last bit of hope. With his body weakening, the man pushed forward while the hunter watched him, sipping a cold drink. Blinded by thirst and heat, the man collapsed. The hunter fired a few rounds into the air to make sure he was dead and started to drive off. Suddenly, there was movement on the hill. The man was alive, he had only been playing dead. In a rage, the hunter opened fire with a machine gun. But the distance was too great, and he missed. He gave chase in his car, while the man climbed the mountain and hid in an old cave. As night fell, the temperature dropped, and he shivered in the cold without clothes, while the hunter searched for him with a flashlight. Just then, he saw a faint glow inside the cave. A little bit of water saved his life once again. Regaining his strength, he crept out. He hid behind the hunter's vehicle and snatched a jacket as a distraction. The hunter spotted him and tried to run him over, but he dodged it. Then the hunter threw grenades until he ran out, followed by a barrage of gunfire. But the moment the hunter stopped to reload, the man found his courage. He grabbed the slingshot, took careful aim, and struck. The hunter went down, knocked unconscious.